안녕하세요. 저는 켄지입니다. Um, it's been a while since I've done any kind of like fan reactions of such. Quite a few years actually have been. I was more focusing on my music aspect. Now I really want to try to do both. Juggling a lot of things at the moment, but I really wanted to get back into this. Needed a laptop, bought a laptop, so here we go. Um, the first artist that I really wanted to get into was Ren because I am a huge fan of NF and I've heard a lot about this Ren guy. So, and I just kept shoving it off because I was like, man, I kind of want to do these reactions to this guy, and start from fresh. So I have no idea what he sounds like, but I've seen so many reactors because I love watching reactions of people and whatnot, mostly K-pop and all that. But and they have a bunch of Ren on there, so I wanted to give it a go because I know myself and I'm gonna want to watch everybody else now do the same songs as long as obviously I'm into it and all that. So wish me luck. I am using a different program than what I used to. Most of you, probably all of you, you know, haven't seen my older stuff, but it was, you know, I had to figure out what programs I needed to use. Anyways, so cut the intro because I don't. This is only video one from starting everything out. So here we go. We're gonna do. So I can't see myself anymore. Wait, I need to. Uh, uh, can I do it? Do you think it'll load? Okay. So automatically we have him in some kind of like wheelchair aspect. He's got a guitar, he's in a medical gown. Creepy guy with the mask over there. Like, the pig. Oh gosh. You know what this reminds me of though? So that guy, the butcher guy, or whatever is going on back there, that reminds me of Saw. I'm not even gonna front. If you know, you know. Hi. When creators, when artists do that with their videos or movies or whatever, you know, I'm watching it. It's the back and forth. I don't know where my eyes are going, but so far, if he's actually playing the guitar, I'm assuming that he is. Fantastic. Can't do that. I know people that can't do that. I tried one time, but fantastic. So, but so far it's just the music. It's 9 minutes long, so long song. We're just beginning.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran on your pleas to
That was not what I was expecting. He's got a different flow than what I would be used to um as opposed to like what NF and whatnot. I listen to a lot of rap, but I'm very peculiar about my rap. That's different and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna rewind that because that caught me off. What really caught me off guard was the ooh, like, oh, okay. I didn't know we were gonna go. I didn't kind of sounded like some opera stuff, but different. Sorry, not to pause a lot, but like I I could never do that. Like I do music, but there's a lot of things that I can't do with my vocals. That is definitely one of those things that I'm sure that required a lot of practice. And props to him because yeah, I'm sure he went over that a lot before he did that in the studio.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran on your pleas to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times, your civilian mind.
Oh, oh, excuse me. So I figured as much that he was going to be doing this, talking to himself, aspect and whatnot. Um, I like it. I get it. Well, I gotta listen to it again.
Didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that.
Mm,
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran on your pleas to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant.
hmm. It's hard. So like, it feels like so I struggle with BPD. So I'm trying to think of this in like a different form. I'm not sure. Uh, this must be like his. It could be like his darker side, I guess. You know, for me, my darker side, I call her Reina. Uh, they're kind of there to protect you, but like it's like a personality, you know, and it's not like an actual person like DID or anything, but that's just kind of another area of you that just it's kind of trying to protect you, you know, the things that push people away and it might cause issues. the insecurities, things like that. Dang. But yeah. Anyways, I have so many thoughts going on at the same time that it's hard to really. I'm just gonna continue.
I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound
It's so hard because at the beginning he says his name, and so I'm just like, so at first it was like, and it's probably definitely from his different from his side from my side, listening to it as a consumer. Um, the first part was like that dark side, right? And then he got to the part where for me it was like another area. So it's like because so I'm just gonna use myself to explain things because it's easier for me that way. So biologically my name is Adri. So like I'm not sure if Ren is his stage name or his actual name. Um but a big part of me feels I am Kenzie. That's who I am. That's me. That's my name. Um, Adriana is a different aspect. So for this song, for me, it sounds like, my, like me as Kenzie or my other part, personality area as Raina. Um, Raina would be starting to talk, and then it would be me, Kenzie, from this area, from what he's talking about. Dang lyrics.
to be still. I've been taking some time to be by
Be still, taking some time to be by myself. Like, yeah, I need some time to yeah, I don't want any of this. Like, this is being too much. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take control.
myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I have
The progress, the coping skills. Again, I'm sorry for pausing everything, but I have so many thoughts. Yeah, I've learned a lot of coping mechanisms and whatnot, especially through music, and I'm sure a lot of you have. Music is a really big, like me. I believe in music therapy. You know, I, I don't know about. I'm sure therapy and psychology, helps a lot of like other people. For me personally, it wasn't, something that helped me a lot. Personally, music helped a lot with helping me figure out who I was and where I wanted to be in life, and etc. So I get that. I'm trying to get through
haven't
it.
really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more
I
the
don't need
same
you.
than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time
It's so true because they want to sit there and they want to, this therapist and the psychologist, they want to drown you in these pills and whatnot, but it's just not that simple. I would never want to be drowned by pills. I feel like you're just doing more drugs. To me, taking pills to help your mental state is like, doing coke or meth, or heroin, trying to forget your issues, or even drinking. You don't even have to go to such drastics. We can go to drinking habits and whatnot. Personally, for me, I have a different kind of addiction when it comes to like self-harm and things like that. So, I just, you really need to figure out your issues. That's the only way that you're really going to get better. You can't just drown yourself. You're just drinking yourself up, man. Yes. Okay.
time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is...
I definitely prefer artists like this more because I don't really care for the mainstream artists, to be quite honest. I feel like a lot of them are sold out. And it's just not what I like. I feel like the only mainstream artists I really care for, like I really love Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, and whatnot, but I listen to a lot more of artists that you would not typically listen to on the radio. And then I'll get shocked because I'll hear someone, like I'll not have my phone or my YouTube on, connected, and I'll have to listen to the radio. And then I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my girl. Oh my gosh, they're on the radio. I feel like I listened to this like years ago. And so, yeah, because they make a lot more better music, I feel like, because they have the availability to spend more time in their thoughts versus a lot of the mainstream artists. They're too busy doing red carpets and photo shoots and things like that. So, I don't know, maybe that's just my personal opinion. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius.
I get it, because from music artists, I'm just gonna let my things fall if they fall, but because when it comes to music, you do want to be listened to and heard, so you feel like you want to write something that's going to stand out and, get that playtime. But at the other end, you don't want to become that sellout. So, yeah, for me, I always tell people, even if they don't like it, I don't really care because I write the music for me and not for you. If you like it, then you like it. If you understand, then you understand. It's fantastic. It's great. You don't have to like every song either. Some songs are better than others, and it just is what it is. But I like the artists that make the music for themselves. Yeah, you can make a really good song and still make it for yourself. You don't have to have all of these lyrics that are so lyrically genius and going from all of these different high and big words. You can do the small words and still make something that means something to yourself and others, if that makes sense. Yeah.
He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you. I don't need you. I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself. I'm a genius. And I will be great. And I will make waves. And I'll shake up the whole world beneath it. That's right. Speak your truth. Your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you. Say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation.
And that whole, not the whole, but this little part that was right there.
To ask for you, say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
Here.
Newsflash.
That part reminded me of like when your thoughts get so much, you have all, it's too much that you're just like, you're having you have a brain malfunction, you're like, I need a drink, excuse me. Okay. Anyways, so we're only at 4 minutes into it. I'm sorry.
I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still.
I just have to point out that I really like his voice. I like the accent. I feel like a lot of artists with an accent don't, like, when they sing or whatnot, it doesn't reflect as much. I can clearly hear it in his voice, and I am totally here for it. I'm just saying, I'm sorry.
I've been taking some time. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't return.
We're singing. I'm sorry. I was hoping that we would get that because I'm such a sucker for vocals as well. I have to prepare myself for that, especially with the accent. Okay. I have to rewind that because I have to prepare.
Know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
I'm sorry, I have to listen to it one more time.
I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire or stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind, ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, Iroquois minted different sides.
Almost 2 minutes left.
When I was 17 years old,
Oh.
I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget.
That was a lot, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. Um, because I started to understand a little later, but at first I was a little lost because, to be honest, I feel like I knew where it was going, but it felt so much like I was listening to some kind of book or anime of sorts. I don't watch anime, so that probably doesn't make sense. But like a book of sorts of just it was the I don't know how to explain, but I got a little bit I knew where it was going and then I got lost and then I knew where it was again. So I needed to restart.
When I was 17 years old,
Hey.
I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
We're all human. Okay, that was it. I'd like it because I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the message. It's probably a song I probably will go back and listen to. I will definitely be watching some reactions to that. So, uh, man, there's so many reactors that I've followed that have listened to Red. But I do not know where to go next. So I picked this song because I figured that it would be an introduction to himself, as it kind of was. So I am very thrilled and excited to be getting into more of his music. I will need y'all's recommendations as to what should be the next song. I don't know if he's going to, is he going to be an artist that's, um, I know he's going to be. He is similar, but every artist is different. They follow their own things. They're their own people. I don't like to compare too much. I get very annoyed when I'm listening to NF reactions and everyone's comparing him to Eminem or this and that. Everyone is their own artist, but I can understand similarities, you know. So I understand he'll have the similarities as in like the realness, the emotion that NF would have, but I understand, but I can tell that he is going to be a different artist. But is he going to be similar in the aspect where does he have a story to follow? Because if he has a story to follow, I don't want to jump around. I want to do the proper thing. But if it's not, where he does not connect things, because NF is a person where he connects his albums into prior albums and things like that, you have to follow a story to understand it. If it's not going to be in that aspect, please let me know, because I will jump around to wherever y'all want me to go with that. Again, this is an artist that I've been really wanting to listen to for quite some time, so I'm happy that I got this opportunity. I think that I'll wait on subscribing until I listen to at least 2 more songs by him. I like diversity. So, but also, my prior reactions, I did K-pop, so that's going to be next. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, and everyone have a good day.